State Legion, at least one team will do that.
Oh, yes, and it's, give both teams credit for battling back. You lose that first day. Some teams just think, well, the whole tournament's over, and the next day, they do. They lose, and, these two teams have just gutted it out, and, their older kids have brought them through, and, I expect a real tough game this next game because, the team that wins is on a 4-game winning streak, and they've got riding that momentum.
Drayton's been a whole different ball club since that first day. First day, they lost. They scored one run to Sherwood Mohall, and now all of a sudden they've had the hot bat in the tournament.
Oh, definitely, and it's still going today. They're getting those key hits when they need them, when they've got runners on, and they're running the bases and, making things happen. And on defense, they're making plays all over the place, so give them credit.
We've seen both these teams in this tournament, so obviously you kind of know what you're going to do going into this one, depending on who you play. I mean, Drayton even though they're up 6-0 right now, there's a lot of ball game left, so we don't know for sure who you're going to play, but you've seen them both, so you kind of should have a strategy either way.
Well, either way, we're going to have to hit the ball better. We only had three or four hits last night, and scored 3 runs. That's just not going to do it in this upcoming game. I think it's going to take 4 or 5 runs to win the game, and you're going to have to hold the other team down. And their bats are getting hot, and hopefully, with a little more batting practice over here, ours will warm up a little bit too.
I think last night's game, you can thank Ty Gaber for that. He just pitched very well on the mound, struck out 7, and the guys defensively did what they had to do.
Yes, he did a good job of getting ahead of hitters. Got that first strike in all the time. Then he kind of nibbled on the second pitch, and then he dropped something in on the third pitch, and it was always a strike. I mean, he just did a great job of getting ahead, and he made us hit his pitch. And when we did hit it, they made some tremendous plays out in the field, so they deserved the win last night.
Got a few guys on your team that have come up with some big hits in this tournament, maybe some that haven't been hitting so well, but they're still getting on base, getting the walks, and, looking up and down the lineup. The runs scored and the runs batted in are still fairly even amongst most of these ball players.
And before we came up here, I was looking at our stats, and I noticed we've got about 8 guys with 20 RBIs or more. I mean, we've just got some balance on this team, and, everybody's taking their turn at getting for the key hit, and it's just been that way all year long. And we got together last night in my room, and I just said, hey, we've gotten here as a team, and that's how we're going to either win or lose as a team.
I think your team is in the best shape of the 3 that are left right now. You're in the best shape pitching-wise going into this championship game.
I hope so. I hope Brady's arm is iced down. I mean, he threw 7 innings on Wednesday, and he came back and gave us 3 great innings on Friday, so he's got 9 innings for today. Hopefully he doesn't have to go 9 innings like he did Friday night, but I'm sure he's going to give me his all, and if, he falters or tires a little bit, we've got Matt Powell ready. Matt's got 12 innings, and everybody else knows they're in the bullpen ready for relief.
They've been announcing here the last few days at this tournament that the winner of the state championship will play in the Division II regional in Baroka, Wisconsin, starting this Thursday, so it's coming up quick, and that team would play at 2 o'clock on Thursday against Lansing, Iowa. I know that's definitely a goal, but you don't want to look ahead.
Oh, God, no. No. I know our football coach isn't real happy, but he's my assistant in the spring, so he I don't think he'll come along, but he'll more than accept the fact that if we happen to make it, the kids, this is like a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I mean, you don't get this far that many times. We were here 98 and 99. 98, we were fortunate enough to win it. I think 99, we were 4th or 5th, and you just got to take advantage. We talked about that last night also. You don't get these opportunities every year. I mean, we weren't the favored team going into our section play. We were one of the top teams, but I think Thompson, the returning state champ with many guys back, was kind of the favorite, and we kind of, things broke for us just right, and we came out, and we've taken care of business for 3 games. And last night, a little stumble, and hopefully today we can get the ship righted.
Certainly represented Section 3 very well. I think not only Hope-Finley, but Thompson, Mayport, the Fargo Bombers, and maybe 1 or 2 other teams could have also represented this section very well. And I think you've done a nice job here.
Oh, I think our section... But just looking at these other teams, I mean, I think Legion baseball is really on the upswing, especially at our level. I mean, we've got a lot more high school teams that are playing, and that's just helping the Legion play. Not every town's got, a high school team, but their kids are getting together and playing on a Legion team from different high schools, and that's the main thing. We just need kids playing ball.
All right. Well, great job so far, and we hope you win it.
Hopefully I got one more good game on us.
All right, thanks. Mark Frost, Coach Hope-Finley.
For the Drayton Legion, they are the visitors on the scoreboard. A record of 28-19 on the year. They went into their section tournament around 500, and they've come all the way here to the state championship game. Drayton 28-19 overall. Batting first will be the third baseman, Ty Gaber. Hitting second, the shortstop, Matt Defoe. Batting third will be the center fielder, Dan Halcrow. The cleanup hitter is the catcher, Reed Huttonen. He'll be followed by the first baseman, Doug Marjoram, who bats fifth. Batting sixth will be the second baseman, Tony Christensen. Batting seventh, the pitcher, Alex Moore. Hitting eighth will be the left fielder, Alex Puppy. And batting ninth, the right fielder, James Thompson. Drayton is coached by Casey Halcrow and assisted by Andrew Dunkley. Let's take a look at the lineup for Hope-Finley. They have a record of 37-11 on the year. 37-11 for Hope-Finley. They took their first loss in the postseason last night to Drayton. They were undefeated in the Section 3 to take the Section 3 championship, and now they take their first loss in the postseason last night. Hope-Finley 37-11 overall. Batting first to be the pitcher, Brady Burchell. Burchell has up to 9 innings today if the game were to go that long. Matt Powell will bat second. He'll be at third base. Hitting third, the shortstop, Joel Mitchell. The cleanup hitters, the catcher, Tony Champion. He'll be followed by the number 5 hitter, the center fielder, Nathan Erbstasser. Hitting sixth at first base is Brandon Kruger. Batting seventh in right field, Jeff Hashbarger. Josh Barker, the left fielder, bats eighth. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Ben Parkman. Hope-Finley is coached by Mark Frost. We go to the top of the first inning. Drayton brings up Ty Gaber, Matt Defoe, and Dan Halcrow. Ty Gaber, he's had a couple nice outings in this tournament. He pitched last night, got the win over Hope-Finley in a complete game, 7 innings. And then he turned around today and he pitched the first 5 innings against Cheyenne Rockford and got the win there. So Ty Gaber has 2 straight wins on the mound for Drayton. Their last 2 wins here in this tournament. So he is out of innings. They will have Alex Moore on the mound, who did pitch earlier in the tournament, but he has all 12 of his innings. Brady Burchell has 9 innings left. If this were to go extra innings and he was still on the mound, he could pitch through 9. Ty Gaber to lead it off. Take a look at Brady Burchell's pitching numbers in this tournament in just a moment. And the first pitch of the ball game, a high chopper. Burchell throws down to first, and it is in time for the out. Nice job on getting the out. Gaber made that a very high chopper. A long wait for Burchell before he could get into the glove, and the throw just in time. It's a 1-3 put out Burchell to Kruger. And there's one gone. They'll bring up Matt Defoe. We're underway about 3:32 this afternoon. Game is scheduled for 4 o'clock, but we are ahead of schedule. Ground ball from Defoe. Over to second. Bobbled around by Ben Parkman. Throw to first, and it's in time for the out. Defoe thought he had it. Maybe a little bit of juggling there by Ben Parkman, but he gets the throw there just in time, and they're 2 up and 2 gone on 2 pitches from Brady Burchell. Burchell in the state tournament, record of 2-0, 10 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 5 walks, 19 strikeouts. Here's a ground ball to short, picked up by Mitchell, thrown across in time. 3 pitches, 3 out. We're going to the bottom of the first. Hope-Finley comes to bat in 90 seconds. Well, 3 pitches, 3 out. Brady Burchell couldn't have it go much better than that. 3 ground outs. Brady Burchell in this state tournament, coming into this ball game, had an ERA of 0.70. So 3 pitches, 3 out. We're already in the bottom of the first inning, a 1-minute inning. I like that. Brady Burchell will lead it off. And the first pitch inside for ball 1. Here in the state tournament, Burchell hitting .385, 5 for 13 from the plate, 6 runs scored, 2 runs batted in, 5 walks, a sacrifice, 5 steals, and was caught stealing once. 1 ball, 1 strike now the count to Brady Burchell. He'll be followed by Matt Powell and Joel Mitchell. Swung on and hit to left center toward the gap. Long run, reaching up, making a great catch is the center fielder, Dan Halcrow. That could be the catch of the tournament. What a grab by Dan Halcrow. He's running for the ball the whole time, and I thought he still was going to be short by a few feet. And he reached out. And what a grab. Dan Halcrow. He's had some great defensive plays in this tournament, and not only that, he's got 2 home runs in this tournament to his credit. Drayton has all 4 of the state tournament's home runs. 1 gone as Birchall is robbed of a hit, brings up Matt Powell. Strike on the inner half, 0-1. Powell in the state tournament hitting .385, 5 for 13 from the plate, 5 runs, 3 RBI, a double, 5 walks and a strikeout. And was hit by a pitch once and caught stealing once. He flies this one toward right field, just foul. About a foot or so to the left, and that would have been a fair ball and a hit. No balls and 2 strikes to Matt Powell. 1 out, nobody on for Hope-Finley. We are just above the Hope-Finley dugout, as they are the home team today on the third base side. Picking up some sounds from the Hope-Finley dugout. Swung on and hit toward left field. Puppy comes in, makes the catch, and there are 2 gone. Couple of flyouts for Hope-Finley. Two gone. Joel Mitchell, the batter. He's hitting .353 at state. Swing and a miss, 1 strike. Joel Mitchell, 6 hits and 17 trips to the plate at state, 3 runs scored, 7 RBI. He has a double and a triple, walked once, struck out once, and that one is popped up shallow left field. Reaching out, unable to make the grab as a shortstop Matt Defoe. It'll be a base hit for Joel Mitchell. Brings up Tony Champion, .357 hitter at state, 5 for 14, 2 runs, 2 RBI, a double, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. And that pitch is taken for ball 1. Want to know Tony Champion, more to the set. Now they throw to first, not in time. We'll set the Hope-Finley defense in the next half inning. I didn't have time in that top of the first as the inning went way too fast. And the 1-0 runner going, swinging a foul back ball and a strike down the cut. Alex Moore on the mound. Behind the plate, Reed Hutton, Doug Marjoram at first, Tony Christensen at second, Ty Gaber at third. The shortstop's Matt Defoe. In the outfield left to right, Alex Puppy, Dan Halcrow, and James Thompson. And the throw to first, back in safely again, is Joel Mitchell. One pitch, and it is up high. 2-1 to Tony Champion. Brady Birchall only threw 3 pitches to get all 3 outs in that top of the first. Slow grounder toward the Hope-Finley dugout. Right now, Alex Moore has thrown a total of 12 pitches in the inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Tony Champion. And a 2-2. Popped up. And this one toward the Drayton dugout. It drifts out of play. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got the microphone over by the Hope-Finley dugout, which is below us, so we'll be picking up some of the sounds from their dugout. Here on the third base side. Runner on and 2 gone for Hope-Finley. No score, bottom of 1. And the 2-2 again. Up high, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Tony Champion. Again, a state champ will be crowned here once we get to the conclusion of this ball game. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Champion down on strikes. First strikeout for Alex Moore, our retired Hope-Finley. They come up with no runs on 1 hit. There are no Drayton errors, and 1 Hope-Finley runner left on base. 1 complete, there's no score. No score after 1. Hope-Finley, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. Drayton, no runs, no hits, no errors. Brady Burchell on the mound here for the second inning. He threw 3 pitches and got 3 outs in that top of the first. Ty Gaber grounded out pitcher to first. Matt Defoe grounded out second to first. Dan Halcro grounded out short to first. And you can't do it any easier than that. You can't throw any less than 3 pitches in the inning. It'll be the middle third. Reed Hutton and Doug Marjoram and Tony Christensen do up for Drayton here in the top of the second inning. No score. Brady Burchell ready to throw the first pitch to Hutton. And it is inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count to Reed Hutton, the cleanup hitter in the order. Low and in. 2-0 now to Hutton. Wind up by Burchell and the 2-0. Strike in the inside corner. 2-1 now to Reed Hutton. High and in. 3-1. This is the 3rd appearance of the tournament for Brady Burchell. He has still several innings of eligibility. There's a ground ball in the left field. A leadoff single. And Reed Hutton is on base. So now each team has had 1 hit in this ballgame. Brings up Doug Marjoram. Marjoram, a left-handed batter. Along with James Thompson. They are both lefties in the Drayton lineup. And the first pitch, swing and a miss, 1 strike to Doug Marjoram. Glad you could join us on KMAV 105.5 FM, Mayville, Portland. Again, we have American Country Countdown on 1520 AM until 5. Throw to first, not in time. 1 strike to Doug Marjoram. Look to first by Burchell. And the 0-1 up high. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Marjoram. Not too bad. That's only the 10th pitch for Burchell in this ball game. It's inside. 2-1 now to Doug Marjoram. Here's a strike. 2-2 now to Doug Marjoram. Set by Burchell. 2-2 pitch. And a check swing. He held up the bat very early. 3-2 now. Nobody out and a runner on. Reed Hutton is at first for Drayton. Set by Burchell. And the payoff pitch. Runner takes off and he'll miss for a ball. Throw to second and he'll get in there as it is ball 4. First walk given up by Brady Burchell. Hutton in at second, so there are 2 on and nobody out. We'll bring up Tony Christensen. First pitch, strike on the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike to Christensen. Checking the runner at second by Burchell, and the pitch. And is high, 1-1. Ball and strike to Tony Christensen. Swing and a miss and after the high heater. Ball and 2 strikes now to Christensen. Alex Moore on deck for Drayton here in the top of the second. That one is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Christensen. Two balls, 2 strikes. Burchell's ready, and the pitch. Line drive into shallow left center for a hit. And the runner's being sent around. Nice throw from center, not quite in time. And Drayton is going to take a 1-0 lead here in the second. That's what happened yesterday. They took a 1-0 lead in the second and never looked back. Hutton scoring from second base. Marjoram stops at second, and Christensen is at first with an RBI single. 1-0 Drayton, nobody out, and still 2 on base. Brings up Alex Moore. First pitch, swing and a miss, 1 strike. No balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Swing and a miss, 2 strikes to Alex Moore. Two strikes to count. Fouled back, still 0-2. Well, by my count here, Burchell had thrown 3 pitches in the first. He's thrown 19 so far in the second, and still nobody out for Drayton. That's up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Alex Moore. Christensen's at first, Marjoram at second. 1-2 from Burchell. Up high again, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Alex Moore. Alex Puppy on deck. Short ground ball back to Bob. Burchell's going to throw to third for the out. No, it's called a foul ball. So it's a foul ball and a break there as Alex Moore come back up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Check the runner at second. And the 2-2 again. Swing and a miss. Went after an outside pitch and he's down on strikes. That's the first strikeout for Burchell, and there's 1 gone. That'll bring up Alex Puppy. Runners at first and second, now with 1 out. Tony Christensen's at first, Doug Marjoram at second. Reed Hutton scored earlier as Christensen had an RBI single. Strike on the inside corner. 0-1 to Alex Puppy. Set by Burchell. The 0-1 offering, fouled back. Late swing, and it's fouled back. 2 strikes. On deck, James Thompson. 0-2 from Burchell. And is just inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here at Matt Polio, good pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Went after the outside pitch, just as Alex Moore had done. And Burchell struck out 2 in a row. 2 gone. Brings up the number 9 hitter, the right fielder, James Thompson. He's a left-handed batter. Same runners at first and second. Christensen and Marjoram. Chopper over to short. Long throw from Mitchell to Kruger across in time. 6-3 on the put-out. And that'll do it for Drayton here. In the top of the second, they'll come up with 1 run. On 2 hits, there were no Hope-Finley errors, and there were 2 Drayton runners left on base. 1.5 innings, Drayton 1, Hope-Finley nothing. Well, we go to the bottom of the second inning. Hope-Finley will bring up the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Nathan Erbstasser, Brandon Kruger, and Jeff Hashbarger. Well, a huge contrast from the first to the second. Burchell threw 3 pitches in the first, threw 28 in the second, so he's up to 31. Alex Moore threw 15 in the first inning for Drayton. I don't usually keep a pitch count, but I decided to see if I can keep one for the whole ball game here with those 3 pitches, 3 outs in the top of the first. Just out of curiosity. Nathan Erbstasser, the batter, 154 hitter in the state tournament, 2 hits in 13 at-bats, 1 run scored, 2 runs batted in. He has a double, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Fly ball, center field. Hal Crow coming in a little bit and makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. They'll bring up Brandon Kruger, hitting .300 here in the state tournament, 3 for 10, 3 runs, 4 RBI, 2 doubles, 5 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Kruger, the number 6 batter in the order. First pitch from Moore. It is inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And there's a strike on the inner half of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kruger. He'll be followed by Jeff Hashbarger. Swung out opposite field toward right. Making the catch is James Thompson as he runs to get the line drive toward right field for the out. Good hit by Kruger, but James Thompson runs over there and makes the grab. 2 up and 2 gone, and that'll bring up Jeff Hashbarger. 2 for 10 in the tournament, hitting 200, 4 runs scored, 1 run batted in. He has a double, 2 walks, been hit by a pitch twice, and he has 1 sacrifice. Strike on the inside corner. 0-1 to Jeff Hashbarger. And there's a strike. 0-2 to Hashbarger.
Let's go 3-4, no kick.
Swung on, and this one's going to drop into right center for a hit. Hashbarger will pick up a single with 2 out. And the batter is Josh Parker. Swing and a miss. 1 strike to Josh Parker. 1 strike to Parker, hitting 100 in the state tournament. 1 for 10. 3 runs scored. Swung on deep down the line, left field. This one is going to take a hop and then go over the fence. And a big hit there by Josh Parker. Jeff Hashbarger will stop at third, and Parker is at second. So that's a big hit for Josh Parker. His second hit in the tournament, hit right down the line and then hops over for a ground rule double. Hashbarger stops at third, and with 2 out and both runners in scoring position, brings up Ben Parkman. Strike on the inside corner. And it's 0-1 to Ben Parkman. Parkman, 333 in the tournament, 4 for 12, 2 runs scored, a run batted in. Reaches out, drops that one into shallow right field for a hit. One will score. They're going to send Parker. Uh-oh. And he's going to make it in safely. On his way to second, Ben Parkman, and he is out. He will be out. 2-6 on the putout to get Ben Parkman. He'll get 2 runs batted in, but I said uh-oh because I thought Josh Parker was going to be out of the plate and maybe a little bit of juggling there by Reed Hutton, and he's in safe, and Hope-Finley's going to take the lead here at 2-1. For Hope-Finley, they come up with 2 runs, 3 hits, and there were no Drayton errors and no Hope-Finley runners left on base. After 2, Hope-Finley 2, Drayton 1. Top of the third, Ty Gaber leads it off. First pitch, ground ball, right to third. Powell throws across the diamond, high throw. Kruger stays on the bag, and they get the out 5-3 to retire Ty Gaber. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top half of the third inning. What a hit by Ben Parkman with 2 runs coming in. Dropped that one to right field. You know, I've said it so many times, Ben Parkman can just drop the head of the bat and hit it into right field, and he did it again. Matt Defoe pops it up behind home plate. Champion chasing after it. Makes the catch. 2 gone. 2 pitches, 2 out. Brings up Dan Hellcrow. So Hope-Finley scores 2 earned runs in the bottom of the second, and they're up 2-1 here, top of the third. Hope-Finley trying to pick up a state title. They won the state championship back in '98. Strike in the inside corner, 0-1 to Dan Hellcrow. Hellcrow for 1 with a ground out. Strike in the inside corner again. 0-2 to Dan Hellcrow. Burchell the windup, and the 0-2 pitch, fouled back. Still 2 strikes. One run for Drayton in the top of the second. 2 runs for Hope-Finley in the bottom of the second. That's where we're at, 2-1 Hope-Finley. Here's the 0-2 again. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes is Hellcrow. He actually foul tipped and is held on to by Champion. That's the 3rd strikeout for Burchell. 1-2-3 goes Drayton. 2.5 innings. Hope-Finley 2, Drayton 1. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Hope-Finley will bring up the top third of the order. Brady Burchell, Matt Powell, and Joel Mitchell. 2-1. Hope-Finley with the lead, going to the bottom of the third. It's the State Class B American Legion Baseball Tournament Championship game, the state title game. 4 o'clock, you're listening to KMAV 105.5 FM at Mayville, Portland, and on the internet at KMAV.com. Brady Burchell 0 for 1. Got robbed of a hit by a great diving grab by Dan Halcrow. Takes first pitch for ball 1. 1-0 to Brady Burchell. And that one misses for a ball. 2-0 to Burchell. Strike in the outside corner, 2-1. Burchell now 5 for 14 in the tournament. Misses for a ball, 3-1. Again, the winner of the state tournament will advance on to the Division II Midwest Regional in Viroqua, Wisconsin, starting this Thursday, so it doesn't give you much time to plan. Ball 4, and Burchell will reach on the walk. First walk in the ball game given up by Alex Moore. And when Burchell's on to lead off an inning, you know he's probably going to try to steal. So let's see if he tries it. Matt Powell, the batter, 0 for 1. And a bunt laid down foul, first base side, no balls and 1 strike to Matt Powell. Powell 0 for 1, a fly out the left. He's 5 for 14 in the tournament. Set by Moore. And now the throw to first. Back in safely, standing up is Brady Burchell. And set again by Moore. Runner goes. Pitch is down low. Be a stolen base for Brady Burchell. 6 steals for Burchell in the state tournament. 1 ball, 1 strike to Matt Powell. And the throw to second, not in time. But actually, it was a pretty close play. 1-1 to Matt Powell. Nobody out, and the man in scoring position with Burchell at second. Here's the 1-1 to Powell. Bunt foul wide of the line at first. Picked up in foul territory by Zach Neva, who's on the first base side. Hope-Finley player Zach Neva on the first base side. Mark Frost on the third base side. Ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball right down the line. It's a fair ball. Rounding third is Brady Burchell. He'll score. Powell on his way to second, and he's in with a stand-up double. And it's now 3-1, Hope-Finley. Good, solid hit right down the third base line and into left field for an RBI double, scoring Brady Burchell. Matt Powell comes up with a big hit. 3-1, Hope-Finley. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. That'll bring up Joel Mitchell. He is 1 for 1 with a single. Fly ball, left center field, going back. His puppy still going back, and he'll make the catch. Powell's going to tag. The throw coming in, and it won't be in time. Sliding in head first is Matt Powell. So Mitchell is out on a fly out for the first out of the inning. Runner at third, 1 gone. Tony Champion, the batter, 0 for 1. He struck out in the first inning. Powell stands at third with 1 gone. Hope-Finley up by 2 runs. Here's the pitch. And Champion holds up, takes the pitch for a ball, 1-0. Wind up by Moore, and the pitch. Strike in the inside corner. 1-1 to Tony Champion. Bottom of 3, 3-1 Hope-Finley with the lead over Drayton in the state championship game. Here's the pitch. And a tie, 2 balls and 1 strike to Tony Champion. Moore's ready. Here's the 2-1, fouled back. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Champion. Champion kind of hurt himself swinging a couple of games ago, split a fingernail, but he's kind of recovered from that, swinging a foul back, still 2-2. The next time up after it happened, he struck out in that at bat. The next time up 2 games ago, he had a nice solid hit. Swing and a miss. Champion down on strikes. And that's 2 strikeouts for Alex Moore. Both of those strikeouts retiring Tony Champion. 2 gone. Runner still at third. Brings up Nathan Erbstasser. Had a good solid hit in the second, right to Dan Helcrow in center field. Pitch is outside. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll even it up. 1 ball and 1 strike to Erbstasser. 3-1 Hope-Finley, bottom of the third. 2 out and a runner at third for Hope-Finley. There's a swing and a miss. Ball and 2 strikes to Erbstasser. Moore. It's a sign. He's ready. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Erbstasser down on strikes. 3rd strikeout for Alex Moore in the ball game. Hope-Finley will come up with 1 run on 1 hit. Nice double down the left field line for Matt Paul. There were no Drayton errors. And there was 1 Hope-Finley runner left on base. 3 complete. Hope-Finley 3. Drayton 1. 3 complete the score. Hope-Finley 3. Drayton 1. Hope-Finley scored a run in the bottom of the third. It is an earned run charge to Alex Moore. Leading off, Reed Hutton, and he'll be followed by Doug Marjoram. And then Tony Christensen. First pitch, a strike to Hutton, and 0-1. Hutton 1 for 1, a single and a run scored. Strike in the inside corner, 0-2 now to Reed Hutton. Wind up, and a pitch by Burchell. Swing and a miss, high fastball, and Hutton's down on strikes on 3 pitches. 4 strikeouts for Burchell, and there's 1 gone. That'll bring up Doug Marjoram. He reached on a walk in the second inning. Through the first 3 innings, Hope-Finley 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. Drayton 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. 1 ball and no strikes to Doug Marjoram. Wind up by Burchell, and the pitch. And it's a little bit high for a ball. 2-0 out of Doug Marjoram. Strike in the outside corner, 2-1. Swing and a miss. Big Rip didn't get it. 2-2 to Marjoram. He'll be followed by Tony Christensen, the on-deck hitter for Drayton. Burchell's 2-2. A little bit high, full count to Doug Marjoram. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes is Marjoram. That's 5 Ks for Brady Burchell, and there's 2 gone. They'll bring up Tony Christensen. He's 1 for 1. RBI single in the second inning. 2 on, nobody on. Top of 4. Hope-Finley leads Drayton in the state championship game by a score of 3-1. Here's the pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. 0-1 to Christensen. Burchell's ready in the pitch. And that one hit toward right field. It'll fall in for a base hit. Opposite field hit for Tony Christensen. So he will reach on the 2-out single. That'll bring up Alex Moore. Moore is 0 for 1, a strikeout victim in the second inning. So Drayton has a man on with 2 gone. Check of the runner at first by Burchell. And the first pitch taken for a strike, 0-1 to Alex Moore. One strike. And the pitch. A little number, he got jammed inside, popped up, and Burchell's going to make the catch. Hit off the fist of Alex Moore, and Burchell makes the grab for the out. And for Drayton, they get no runs, 1 hit. There are no Hope-Finley errors, and 1 Drayton runner left. Bottom of 4, Hope-Finley will bring up the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the order. Brandon Kruger, Jeff Hashbarger, and Josh Barker. Brandon Kruger 0 for 1, a fly out to right field. First pitch taken for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to Brandon Kruger. Up high, 2-0. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. It's Hope-Finley 3, Drayton 1. This game for the state Class B championship. Ground ball, passed the mound over to short, picked up by Defoe. He'll throw it across the diamond in time for the out. 6-3 on the putout, and there's one gone. Brings up Jeff Hashbarger. 1 for 1. He had a single and a run scored in the second inning. Hashbarger had dropped in a 2-out single. That kind of got the ball rolling. Then Josh Barker had a ground rule double, and Ben Parkman had a 2-run single. Line drive, and it is caught by the second baseman, Tony Christensen, just above the ground on a liner. 2 gone. Brings up Josh Barker. He had a ground rule double in the second inning. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game. Ripped that one right down the line and then hopped over the fence. Takes first one down the inside corner for strike 1. And the pitch. Up high, 1 ball and 1 strike to Josh Barker. 2 out, nobody on for Hope-Finley, and the pitch. High fly ball, left field. Backing up is Alex Puppy, still going back, and this one's foul. Out of the park, but foul for Josh Barker. Mark Frost had a bit of a grin on his face for that one. Oh, Barker's connected on a couple very well in this ball game. 1 for a ground rule double. Now that one that's fouled by a few feet. Swing and a miss. Barker chases the high one. He's down on strikes. That is 4 strikeouts now for Alex Moore. And 1, 2, 3 goes Hope-Finley. 4 complete. Hope-Finley 3 and Drayton 1. Welcome back, and we've gone through 4 innings. Hope-Finley has a 3-1 lead over Drayton through the first 4. Hope-Finley 3 runs on 5 hits and no errors. Drayton 1 run, 3 hits and no errors. Drayton brings up the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Alex Puppy, James Thompson, and Ty Gaber. And the pitch, swing and a miss. 1 strike to count. No balls, 1 strike to Alex Puppy. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Swing and a miss, 2 strikes to Puppy. And the count is at 0-2. James Thompson on deck. That one is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Puppy. Burchell gets back on the hill. He's ready. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes is Puppy. 6 strikeouts for Burchell. And there's 1 gone. Burchell's now struck out 25 in the state tournament. He struck out 15 on day 1 against Cheyenne New Rockford. First pitch, a strike to James Thompson, 0-1. Wind up by Burchell, and the 0-1. Fouled back and out of play, 2 strikes. 1 out, and the bases are empty here for Drayton in the top of the 5th inning. 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3 in the outside corner. Thompson is rung up. 7 strikeouts for Burchell. We'll go to the top of the order, and Ty Gaber 0 for 2 in the ball game. He had a high chopper, which Brady Burchell fielded and threw to first just in time for the out in the first inning. Grounded out third to first in the 3rd inning, and he takes the first pitch for ball 1. 1-0 to Ty Gaber. Strike on the inner half of the plate. 1-1 to Gaber. Chopper over to short, deep in the hole. Mitchell, long throw across. Great stretch by Brandon Kruger for the out. 6-3 for the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes Drayton. 4.5 innings. It's Hope-Finley 3, Drayton 1. Ben Parkman to lead it off. He had that big 2-run single earlier on in the ball game, and the first pitch is inside for ball 1. 1-0 to Ben Parkman. There's one thing Parkman can do when he comes up to bat, and he can hit it to the opposite field. He drops the head of the bat, and just knocks it in the opposite field. Takes the pitch for a strike, and now 1-1. Did it last year, has done it a lot this year as well. There's a fly ball to center field. Halcrow comes in, and he makes the catch. One gone.
Above your hands, guys. Swing at it. Come on.
Brings up Brady Birchall. They were located on the third base side above the Hope-Finley dugout, and you probably hear Mark Frost at times in the third base coach's box area. Birchall 0 for 1, a fly out. She was basically robbed of a base hit. Great catch by Dan Halcrow. And then a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. One strike to count to Birchall. And the pitch. Fly ball to left field, shallow left. Coming in is Puppy. He's not going to get to it. Off about the fourth hop, he picks it up. Birchall slides into second with a double. A one-out double for Brady Birchall. And the runner is in scoring position with only one out. Brings up Matt Powell. Powell is 1 for 2. He had a double, an RBI double in the third inning. Flew out his first time up. And the first pitch, low, 1-0 to Matt Powell. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Set by Moore, and the pitch. Big strike, comes across, caught letter high. 1-1 to Powell. He'll be followed by Joel Mitchell, the on-deck hitter. 1-1 delivery. Fouled back and out of play. Ball and 2 strikes now to Matt Powell. Birchall is the runner at second base with 1 out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. This game is for the State Class B Legion Championship. Hope-Finley leads 3-1 over Drayton. Swung on, hit towards center, charging in. Is Halcrow still coming in? Makes the catch. And there are 2 gone. Dan Halcrow, very, very good center fielder. He's made some great plays defensively, and he can run to left and to right and come in and get those shallow fly balls as well. And he also has 2 homers in this tournament. Brings up Joel Mitchell, 1 for 2. He had a single first time up. First pitch taken for ball 1. All 4 home runs in this state tournament have been hit by Drayton. Ground ball back to the mound off the glove of Moore. He'll pick it up, throw it to first. It is in time for the out, a 1-3 put out. And Hope-Finley leaves a man on at second. They come up with no runs on 1 hit. No Drayton errors and 1 Hope-Finley runner left on base. 5 complete down. The score, Hope-Finley 3, Drayton 1. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Drayton will bring up Matt Defoe, Dan Halcrow, and Reed Hutton. Brady Birchall's pitched 5 innings. So far, given up 1 run. It was earned. He has walked only 1 and struck out 7. For the tournament, Birchall's now struck out 26 batters. He had struck out 15 on day 1 against Shiner Rockford. Struck out 4 in 3 innings, in the final 3 innings against Sherwood Mohall 2 days ago. And Hope-Finley got by Sherwood Mohall 11-10 in 9 innings. So Birchall here to pitch in the 6th inning. Again, if this game were to end up going to extra innings, Birchall could pitch through the 9th and then would have to come out, but that's only if it would be a tie ball game. At any rate, Hope-Finley up 3-1, going to the top of the 6th. That one, a little pop-up right to Birchall. 1 pitch, 1 out as Defoe is out here in the 6th inning. Brings up Dan Halcrow. He's 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. Matt Powell goes over to the mound and says a couple of words. Brady Birchall goes back to his position at third base. Pitch to Halcrow, taken for a strike. Birchall, for the most part, has thrown strikes in this ball game. He did walk 1 in the 2nd, maybe threw a few too many out of the zone in the 2nd inning. Pitch outside in the dirt. Champion reached out and grabbed it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Listening to KMAV 105.5 FM, Mayville, Portland. Swing and a miss. High fastball blown by Halcrow. And he's down on strikes. 8 strikeouts now for Birchall. Two gone. Reed Hutton in the batter. And that one a little nubber. Passed the mound over toward the first baseman Kruger. Throw to Burchell covering the bag for the out. A 3-1 putout. And a 1-2-3 inning for Drayton here at the top of the sixth. Go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Hope-Finley 3, Drayton 1. Middle third of the order due up for Hope-Finley. Tony Champion, Nathan Erbstasser, and Brandon Kruger. 3-1 is our score. Hope-Finley with the lead. State Class B Legion Championship game here in Bottineau. Drayton beat Hope-Finley yesterday 6-3, but they meet again here with the championship, and right now it's 3-1 Hope-Finley. First pitch to Champion. High for a ball. I had each pitcher down 65 pitches going into this half inning, but Burchell had thrown one extra inning. Popped up, foul territory, first base side drifting, and this one is going to be out of play. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Tony Champion. Champion 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts in this ballgame. And the 1-1. Hit solidly to center, backing up is Halcrow, still going back, and it's going to take a hop and go over the fence. Just a little bit left to center field. And up and down the line, it would have been gone and then some. A leadoff ground rule double for Tony Champion. That'll bring up Nathan Erbstasser. Erbstasser 0 for 2, a fly out and a strikeout. Big hit there as Hope-Finley's going to try to get an insurance run or two on the board. Going into the 7th. Bunt laid down, and a nice scoop by Moore. Throw down to first in time. 1-3, that just about got by the pitcher Moore. He reached out and scooped it up. That would have been a very nice bunt had it got by. So a 1-3 put out in a sacrifice bunt moves Champion up to third base. Runner at third and 1 gone here. And a trip to the mound, and that's over with now. Mantifoe, the shortstop, tying his shoelaces. 1 gone, runner at third for Hope-Finley. Hope-Finley 3, Drayton 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Brandon Kruger is 0 for 2, fly out to right and a ground out. There's a strike. And it's 0-1 to Brandon Kruger. And the pitch, down low. Ball and a strike. This game's still not an hour old. It's about 57, 58 minutes old. And we are in the bottom of the 6th. Slow grounder foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Brandon Kruger. Kruger checking with Mark Frost on the third base side. Jeff Hashbarger on deck with a ball and 2 strikes to Brandon Kruger. A wind by Moore in the pitch. Chopper over to short. Checks with the runner. Champion throw to first in time for the out, and Champion has to stay put. It's a 6-3 putout, and there are now 2 gone. So the runner still at third. That's Tony Champion. Jeff Hashbarger's the batter. He'll come up to bat. He's 1 for 2. A single to run score in the 2nd inning. He lined one to the second baseman Christensen in the 4th. Swung on, hit to the opposite field. The right fielder Thompson waits for it and makes the catch for the out. Hope-Finley leaves a runner at third base. They come up with no runs on 1 hit. There are no Drayton errors and 1 Hope-Finley runner left on base. We'll go to the top of the 7th. This is the last chance for Drayton. Hope-Finley leads 3-1. Our pizza shop winner, Don Flayton. Congratulations to Don Flayton, our pizza shop winner. Glad to have you along. Hope-Finley is 3 outs away from claiming the State Class B Legion Championship. We're in the top of the 7th. There'll be Doug Marjoram, Tony Christensen, and Alex Moore coming up to bat to face Brady Burchell, who's going to try to go 3-0 on the mound here in the state tournament. He is 2-0 thus far, and he has struck out a total of 27 batters in the state tournament. He might go 3-0. We'll see what happens here. Doug Marjoram, 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout. This game is 59 minutes old as we go to the top of the 7th. And the pitch popped up. Waiting for it is Mitchell, the shortstop. 1 gone. 1 pitch, 1 out. Hope-Finley now 2 outs away from being state champs. They were the State Legion champions back in '98. The batters, Tony Christensen, 2 for 2. Ground ball down the line over to third, picked up by Powell. Fires across the diamond in time. 2 gone. 2 pitches, 2 out. And now 1 out away from a state title for Hope-Finley. They lead 3-1 here in the top of the 7th. Alex Moore, the batter, he's 0 for 2. A strikeout and a pop-out back to the pitcher. Slow ground ball, just foul. Wide of the bag at third. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1. And the pitch from Burchell. Swung on, foul territory, left field. This one is going to drift out of play. And the count is at no balls and 2 strikes to Brady Burchell. Two strikes, 2 out, 1 strike away from a state championship is Hope-Finley. The windup in the 0-2. And a foul straight back, and staying alive is Alex Moore. It's a close ball game at 3-1. Drayton would need to piece something together here in the top of the 7th with 2 gone. And the 0-2 again. Swing and a miss. Out on strikes is Alex Moore, and Hope-Finley, they are your state Class B Legion baseball champions for 2003. And they go out to the field to celebrate. Brady Burchell, I have him down for 71 pitches as he gets the win. Brady Burchell goes 3-0 on the mound here in the state tournament. And Hope-Finley, they are your state champions for 2003. Drayton goes down in order 1, 2, 3, and they go down in order 5 times in this ball game. 5 innings they go down in order. Final score, Hope-Finley 3, Drayton 1. And again, Hope-Finley, your 2003 Legion champs in Class B. We'll come back and we'll get ready for the post-game report in 2 minutes. Well, I called for a 2-minute timeout, but I decided I want a shorter one because they are going to present both these teams with their awards. See if we can pick that up here.
Yeah, I know.
You can hear Hope-Finley. We're right above the dugout. You can hear them celebrating. Hope-Finley, your champions for 2003. Brady Burchell pitches a beauty, 9 strikeouts. He ends the tournament with a total of 28 strikeouts, 3 wins for Hope-Finley out of their 4 in this tournament. Matt Powell, the other one in a shutout. And I think Mark Frost just got dunked. I think that's what all the cheering's about. They will be presenting both teams with their awards here in just a moment. Well, the final score, 3-1. Hope-Finley over Drayton. Right now, they're taking pictures and the like down on the field. And Hope-Finley, they're going to bring the players out. The Drayton players come out, and Drayton now accepting their second place award. Tip of the cap to Drayton. They came here and they brought the hot bats. And now Hope-Finley taking their state championship award. And now Hope-Finley will pose for pictures and the like, and they are your champs. Hope-Finley will move on to Viroqua, Wisconsin for the Division II Midwest Regional. That's as far as you can go, by the way, so the winner of that Midwest Regional, that'd be it. But what an honor it is to move on. There'll be 8 teams in that tournament, 3 from Wisconsin, 1 from North Dakota, that'll be Hope-Finley, then 1 from South Dakota, 1 from Minnesota, and 1 from Kansas, and 1 from Iowa. Hope-Finley will play Lansing, Iowa, 2 o'clock on Thursday in Viroqua, Wisconsin. And they're giving some more awards. And it looks like we are going to have co-MVPs in the tournament. Brady Burchell of Hope-Finley and Ty Gaber of Drayton, and I think both of them deserve the honor very much. Brady Burchell going 3-0 in the tournament. Ty Gaber 2-0 in the tournament. And they both played very well defensively and up to bat. So a co-MVP award, Brady Burchell of Hope-Finley and Ty Gaber of Drayton. And what an honor for both of them. So they accept their awards. So Hope-Finley, your state champs for 2003 in Class B Legion Ball.
Nobody expected them to win a game. I don't know. They're not counting.
And they're still doing some more presentations out there. 3-1 the final again. Hope-Finley over Drayton. 3-1. Hope-Finley, your state champs. We will come back and we'll get ready for the post-game report. Now we're going to get into our post-game report right after this 2-minute break. Again, the final score, Hope-Finley defeats Drayton 3-1 as Hope-Finley, they take the 2003 State Class B Championship. Hope-Finley will finish the state tournament with a record of 38-11, and they still have some more baseball to play as they will move on to the Division II Midwest Regional Tournament in Viroqua, Wisconsin, starting this Thursday. Hope-Finley will play Lansing, Iowa at 2 o'clock on Thursday. We, as of right now, do not know what our broadcast plans are, whether or not we'll be able to bring that to you. But, again, Hope-Finley will play in Viroqua, Wisconsin, starting on Thursday. They are your State Class B Legion champions for 2003. Let's take a look first off at the scoring summary. Very little scoring in this one. Drayton got on the board, 1-0 at the top of the second. Reed Hutton had a leadoff single. Doug Marjoram walked, and then Tony Christensen had an RBI single scoring Hutton. That made the score 1-0 Drayton. In the bottom of the second inning, Hope-Finley would get on the board. They'd take the lead, and they would lead the rest of the way. Jeff Hashbarger had a single with 2 out. Josh Barker had a ground rule double, and Ben Parkman a 2-run single scoring Jeff Hashbarger and Josh Barker, and it was 2-1 Hope-Finley after 2. In the bottom of the third inning, Hope-Finley added one more. Brady Burchell walked, leaded off, stole second, scored on a Matt Paul RBI double, and that's all the scoring in this one. 3-1 Hope-Finley over Drayton. Hope-Finley claims the 2003 State Class B Legion Championship here in Bottineau. For Hope-Finley, 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 4 runners left on base. For Drayton, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 3 runners left on base. Neither team had very many on base in this one, and Hope-Finley gets by Drayton here for the state championship. Pitching numbers, 1 pitcher for each ball club. Both pitchers did a nice job on the mound, but somebody had to win, somebody had to lose, and the winner is Brady Burchell for Hope-Finley. 7 innings, complete game, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. Burchell ends the state tournament 3-0 and strikes out a total of 28 batters. And for Drayton, taking the loss be Alex Moore. He pitched very well also. 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all 3 were earned. He walked 1 and struck out 4. The game summary has been brought to you by the Goose River Bank of Mayville and Hillsboro. Hope-Finley, your state champs for 2003 in Class B Legion Baseball. We'll come back, and we will get ready to talk with Mark Frost in 1 minute. We're joined here by Mark Frost, coach of the Hope-Finley Legion. Congratulations, Coach. You're the state champs, and you move on to Wisconsin.
Thank you. And it was a great ball game. I mean, both teams really played well. I mean, I believe, was it error-free?
It was error-free.
It was error-free.
One of the few ball games in this tournament.
Yes, and both pitchers threw strikes. I mean, the game lasted less than an hour and a half. I mean, it just cruised. Yeah, it just cruised right along. Both teams were ready to play in. You know, the hitters maybe didn't have as great a day as they would have liked, but credit that to the 2 pitchers.
I don't keep track of pitch counts when I broadcast, but after it was 3 pitches and 3 outs in that top of the first inning, I thought, I'm going to try to keep track here. And I had 74-71 on the pitch count. Brady winning by 3 pitches. I mean, they both pitched very well.
Yes, and, it's a shame one team had to lose because both teams just played so well. They made plays. I mean, Dan, when we let off the bottom of the first, Halcrow in center field, just a tremendous catch. And, that's what makes it a good state tournament.
Brady struck out 9, and I don't know how the arm was feeling. Must have been pretty good.
Yeah, it was doable. I went down before the game and asked him how it's feeling. I'll get by, he said. And, when he says that, I know he's going to be okay. And we were going to try and limit his pitch count today. We don't want to throw 100, 120 pitches. That gets to be a little rough on the arm. So, no, he gutted her out, and he had the one inning, I think the second inning, where he had maybe 25 to 30 pitches. Other than that, he was about 12 and under. So he just did a great job.
Brady gets 3 of your wins, and Matt Paul had the other 1 of your wins. And, obviously you had a lot of good pitching to get you here.
Yeah, and it wasn't only those two. I mean, in the game on Friday night, I thought our other 2 guys, Tony Champion got us through the first 3 innings, and Nathan came on in relief, did a good job. Josh gave us some good innings yesterday, and then our 2 relievers. Hey, that's all it's all about. You just got to get some good innings, get some outs somewhere, and those guys did the job.
Drayton got a run on the board in the top of the second. You guys came up in the bottom of the second, and right away there's 2 out. And Jeff Hashbarger comes up, and he gets a hit, and he keeps things going. And after that, you get Josh Barker on base, nice ground rule double. And up comes Ben Parkman, and he just drops one into the opposite field, scores 2 runs.
Yep, and it just got over the first baseman's glove. And it was, wasn't that deep. And I didn't know about sending Josh or not, but I gave him the arm, and he barreled around, and the throw was just a little bit up the first base line, so the catcher had to go back and get it. And Josh just kind of beat him to the plate.
It was just a very tight ball game yesterday. Drayton happened to get by 6-3 in that ball game, but you knew you were coming in today, and you were kind of, in a way you don't want to look ahead, but you knew you were in the championship, so you kind of have that luxury.
Exactly. That's why it was so nice to win on Friday night, because we knew we were going to be, playing on Sunday for sure, and we just didn't know which game, and it's just a great experience up here.
Up and down the lineup, you'll have guys sometimes that maybe you're struggling at the plate, and then all of a sudden they come out and they have a good ball game.
Exactly, and Ben's come up with big hits all season long. Matt, after Brady got the second, we tried to bunt him over to third a couple times, so once he got 2 strikes on him, I guess, maybe the double down the line was better than my bunt call, so I won't argue with him anymore.
This ball game, maybe in a contrast to some of your earlier ball games, didn't leave too many guys on base, but then again, there weren't too many guys that even got on.
No, we didn't have a lot of, I don't know how many hits we had. I believe we had too many.
7 hits.
7 hits, and we took advantage when we did have our chances, and I was hoping we could sneak a couple more, and we did get some guys to second and third, but hey, their pitcher stepped up and really bared down, and he got the outs when he needed them.
Well, you represented Section 3 very well, and you'll represent North Dakota very well also when you go to Wisconsin this Thursday.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations and good luck.
Thanks.
Mark Frost, Coach Hope-Finley. We'll come back, and we'll get to our player of the game right after this 2-minute timeout. We're going to go to the co-players of the game for Hope-Finley. Of course, Brady Burchell, he had an excellent ball game on the mound. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts from the plate. He was 1 for 2. He was robbed of a hit in the first inning by Dan Halcrow. Had a walk, a double, a stolen base, and a run scored. And also Ben Parkman, he had a key 2-run single to the opposite field in the second inning. That gave Hope-Finley the lead for good. Again, the final, Hope-Finley 3, Drayton 1. Hope-Finley, your 2003 State Class B champions. They will play Lansing, Iowa at 2 o'clock on Thursday in the opening round of the Division II Midwest Regional Tournament in Viroqua, Wisconsin. It'll be this Thursday at 2 o'clock. As of right now, not sure of our broadcast plans. We're not totally sure on that yet, whether or not we'll be able to bring that. But, again, Hope-Finley, your state champions. And the co-MVPs of the state tournament, Brady Burchell of Hope-Finley and Ty Gaber of Drayton. An honor that both of them deserve very much. So that's going to do it for our coverage of the State Class B Legion Baseball Tournament. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you enjoyed all of our coverage of high school and Legion Baseball here in 2003. We'll look ahead to football and volleyball this fall as we'll be underway with our first broadcast by the end of August. So Hope-Finley, your state champs, 3-1 winners over Drayton. Hope-Finley finishes the state tournament 38-11. And they will now move on to the Midwest Regional in Wisconsin. And as always, we ask you to patronize our sponsors at the very least. Stop in and thank them. They're the ones who make these sports broadcasts possible on KMAV. Our engineer back at the KMAV studios, Jason Keating, job well done. From Bottineau at the state tournament again, Hope-Finley, your state champs for 2003. They win 3-1 over Drayton. From Bottineau for KMAV, I'm Craig Keating.